Let's talk about another quarterback that we know we will see, Aaron Rodgers, in the regular season, entering his 18th now NFL season, 15th as a starter. We will not see him, however, in a preseason game. Let's listen to more what he had to say about getting ready for the season.
I think practice reps at this point are more important than the preseason. I know it's not a popular opinion, but preseason has changed over the years, and it's very vanilla on defense. I'm talking about just offensive players. I think defense, you can see tackling and the contact maybe a little bit more. But for offensive players, the practice reps are the most important reps because we're going against the same level of defenders. So ones go against ones and twos against twos. So there's not a talent difference usually, and you can see the adjustments because defenses don't just play, 7-man box too high, 6-man box, or 7-man box one high man, one high zone, two high zone. That's about all you see in the preseason. In practice, we see pressures. You have to, peak hots. We have adjustments. We have audibles. We have hand signals. We have, reading coverages on the run. We have disguises by our defense. There's so many more things that test our offense in these practice reps, and they are so important. The only thing that occasionally happens, in my opinion, is when the lights go on, there are some players who rise to the occasion and some players who shrink. And I think that's all you can see in the preseason, but the practice reps are the most important.
So some people may scoff at that, but look, this is a very similar protocol that he had last season. Matt LaFleur says, I'm good with it if he's good with it. What's your biggest takeaway from what you heard from Aaron Rodgers there?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with him, especially for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he is a guy clearly back-to-back MVP in the NFL. I think he could, just sit out the entire thing, walk into week one looking like Nick Cage, and be just as good as we've seen him when we last saw him. I mean, it really wouldn't surprise me. And I think that that's a case for a lot of guys in the NFL. I think, basically everybody that you're going to draft in your fantasy football leagues, it's the same thing. They could probably show up week one, be studs, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. But there is that back half of the 53-man rosters where I think that there is something to be said for, even if it is super vanilla during the preseason, that there is value in those game reps and seeing, when the lights turn on. Like Aaron Rodgers even noted, how do players respond to that? How do they respond to actually, it's not out on the practice field with, everybody's wearing the same helmet, your kind of lack of pressure. It's not as intense as a legitimate game environment. You want to see how those players respond. So for me, it's those first, second, third year players, those back end of the roster kind of guys. I do think that there's value in the preseason. Yes, you can simulate different things during practice, but there is something to be said for legitimate game reps. It could be extremely vanilla, like Aaron Rodgers was saying. It could be very baseline offense, baseline defense. But again, with those rookie quarterbacks, with those first year, second year, third year guys at other positions, I do think that there's some value there.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.